You know, when you see a game is called Cloudberry Kingdom, you think this is going to be charming and cute, and there's going to be
relaxing
unicorns and fairies and stuff. Nope, this game is impossible. That's right, we're talking about Cloudberry Kingdom, $10. This was a Kickstarted game. A lot of people were talking about it, buzzing about it at E3 because it's so damn hard. Jose, you and I know hard games, but how does this one rank?
This one right up my alley, my friend. I mean, you start off with the game, you play as Bob. You get to customize Bob because that's what you want to do. My Bob looks like Zod. I blacked them all out, gave him a little goatee. You jump into the levels, and at first it's simple. You're just jumping across the platforms, collecting some crystals. You're like, well, this is all right. You get into a couple levels, and it starts to get a little bit more difficult. They start throwing in some challenges. But then around level, I don't know, 10, maybe you would say, it hits the fan, and all of a sudden, everything in the screen is just coming at you. I mean, if you just look at the intro for the game right before you even start playing, they give you maybe a little sneak peek about what you can expect. It may look like a lot is going on when you're staring at some of these things, but once you start at the beginning, you get a good flow going into the levels, you start to feel like, all right, I get how the game works, you know? You find that it's a little bit easier, it's not as tricky as you thought it was going to be.
What I did find really interesting here also is the way they dole out abilities. At first, you really can just jump and walk across the screen. But over time, you'll get other kinds of abilities. You'll get a double jump. Some levels, you'll have a jetpack. You'll have even more devilish things. At one point, you're strapped to a giant wheel that kind of rotates and you're bouncing through the levels.
Stupid wheel.
They have a giant-sized version of you, a small version of you. There's all these different modifiers. Now, there's a couple different modes in the game. In the pure story mode, you don't really get to choose that. It just kind of takes you through all these different modes.
You're just running and jumping.
Right. But over in the arcade mode and also in the free play mode, you see these modifiers come up all the time. And one of the things that I think is so cool about the game is that these levels are procedurally generated. So
you know I'm a fan.
I know you love that. There's so much replay
so
here.
So much, what game would I compare it to? Spelunkiness to it.
We have to cut that.
No,
you hit your quota.
No, there was a guy on Twitter who was like, can you stop saying Spelunky? You guy.
That was me.
This game is like,
that was me.
You, Ben. It's all about Spelunky.
I'm right here, Jose.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know, I wouldn't say it just through the camera, I'd say it to your face.
Thank you.
I've got bigger fish to fry than you.
Definitely learning the controls is key to the game, and if I have anything negative to say about Cloudberry Kingdom,
that's how floaty he is, right?
He's way too floaty.
Gosh, sometimes.
Controls just not spot on enough.
Yeah.
There's just something off with the controls here. I don't know if this is because, again, it was Kickstarter developed and they didn't have enough time to finish dialing that stuff in, if this was maybe just by design to make the game even harder. However it came to be, I gotta say those controls definitely get in the way in a game where precision is everything. What I think is most diabolical about this game, however, not just the difficulty, not just the fact that it's incredibly stingy with its achievements. It's really hard to get achievements in this game.
Save a level.
What I think is so diabolical is the fact that it's called Cloudberry Kingdom. And so many people are going to buy this game. It's only $10. They're going to download it going, this is adorable. Yeah. This is totally my kind of thing. And then just death and hell and fire, and you're going to throw your controller. So be warned, this is not a game for novices. This is not a game for the weak-hearted. This is a game for hardcore gamers who want a steep challenge, because that's exactly what you get in Cloudberry Kingdom.
You know what? I actually loved me some Cloudberry Kingdom, and it gives me that Spelunky vibe, that newish feel to where I can play new levels every time I play, get a different experience every time I turn it on. Really enjoyed it. I'm giving Cloudberry Kingdom an 8 out of 10.
I'm going down to just a 7 out of 10. Wish those controls were a little tighter.